and welcome. My name is Heroin Bob and welcome to Bob Buys, the channel where I share with y'all my part-time reseller journey here in the state of Virginia. We are doing another what sold while I do other stuff video because that makes it a little bit more entertaining for me to film, edit, and hopefully a little bit more entertaining for you guys to watch. So this is going to be for the week of January 24th until January 30th, so last week, but I don't know when you're watching this video. And we're going to go with the smallest platforms and then work up to eBay, because eBay is definitely my most substantial platform currently. Let's go ahead and get started. So my only Poshmark sale was this Outdoor Voices shirt. It was a merino base layer. I got it in a ThredUp DIY t-shirt box. Very happy with this $20 sale, and it's gone on to a new home. Actually, the person that bought this reposhed it, so I'm guessing they just got it for cheap and then are trying to sell it for more. I don't care. I got $20 for it, and like I paid $24 for the whole box. So again, super happy with the sale. And then my only Etsy sale for this week has been this spoon rest holder. It actually isn't a spoon rest holder. It can be used as a spoon rest holder. Remember I did that one video, think about not necessarily what something is. I think we as resellers get so stuck on identifying what something is, we don't really pay attention to what it could be. And making vintage items useful for modern uses is one of the best things you can do as a reseller. In my personal opinion. So this actually came with, like, was supposed to be like a big tiki bowl with a bunch of these little small serving bowls that went with it. The big tiki bowl was like super damaged, so I left that, but I took all the little smaller bowls because they could be used as tiki spoon rests, and that is what I've been selling these as. I paid less than $1 for this and I sold it for $8 and the buyer paid for shipping. So these have been steadily selling like once every 6 months for me. And I'm really glad I picked it up and figured out some other way to sell them. So I got some packages, speaking of sales, that I need to ship, and I'm going to show you guys how you can get them scanned without having to stand in line. So let's go take care of that. So while I could just drop all my packages in this wonderful drop-off, the problem is that they might not get to them. So it might not show is that I have dropped them off at the post office if I don't stand in line and have someone scan them. But if your post office has one of these, you can actually scan them yourself. So click on the thing to wake up the machine, click other services, scan prepaid label, confirm it doesn't have any bad things in it. Yes, I know I have to put it in the bin, hit continue, and then scan your package. So here's one of my eBay sales. I'm gonna scan label, shows up. And now I can put it in the bin and it'll show is that I actually dropped it off. And then now I'm gonna have to do that many more times. Hopefully that information was helpful for y'all. I know when I found that out, it was super helpful for me. So now let's get into my eBay sales. So we're starting this off with a bang. I sold this pair of vintage Saks Fifth Avenue Folio collection for $70 with free shipping. These were real crocodile, which helped sell them. The problem with vintage shoes when you're getting into like snakeskin and crocodile is if they were not well conditioned or maintained, they are just not going to be good. Thankfully, the person who owned these actually took care of them over the 45 years that they had them before they donated them. And I was able to sell them for $70 with free shipping. So this next sale is vintage restaurant wear. You guys know that I bought a giant lot of restaurant wear a while ago from the Dav, and I have been slowly actually listing it with my listing challenge, and this sold from that. They offered me $8.39. It's an international sale, so someone paid like 20 some plus dollars to have this shipped to them in Canada. So they really wanted these, and it's proof to show that, you know, restaurant wear is very collectible, and as long as you price it right, depending on the pattern, it'll sell slow. And the next item I'm going to share with you guys right now is this vintage 70s hosiery. I paid $1 for this, and it was vintage from the 70s, and they already left me positive feedback. They paid $7.99 with free shipping, and I'm glad it went off to a new home. I also, in addition to having to go to the post office, I want to go thrifting, and I also have some things I need to donate from the last couple of ThredUp boxes that I've gotten that are not worth it to sell, but still in good enough condition where someone should be able to use them. I'm also donating a couple of things that like just have sat for the last 2 years and haven't sold that I'm getting rid of. I don't know if you guys know this, but Danskos have a tendency to dry rot. They just randomly go, and I have had one pair of Danskos that I've had for the last 2 years that just haven't sold, so I'm just gonna have them get donated, and hopefully someone will get them before that happens. But I have the CHKD behind me, and let's go get that donation sent in and also see if they have anything for me. So there's this blue willow butter dish, but it was made in China and $3, so I left it where it was. Cute little ring dish, but modern, not worth it. And then I see this giant Atlantic mold planter, which I carried around with me in the store. And here is a vintage crazy shirt made in the USA single stitch, but it had not the best graphic, and I don't feel like tie-dyeing it, so it's gonna stay here. And then I found this beautiful vintage Calvin Klein piece for $4. Beautiful linen with scalloped edges, and look what they did to it. Not one, not two, but 3 holes punched in it. Like, you just, how did you ruin this beautiful linen piece? How? Why would you do that? I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I'm kind of mad. Like, a beautiful vintage Calvin Klein piece like that, and I think they poked holes in it. So it's linen, so I'm hoping that I can just like restretch the threads and there isn't actually a hole, that the little gun just made a wider weave than necessary. I bought it anyway. Lady gave it for me for $2.99. If I can't fix the holes, then I'm gonna keep it because it is a vintage Calvin Klein piece and it is beautiful. I also bought this ridiculous Atlantic mold piece. It's a planner, very cottagecore, I would think. It's too heavy for me to bother shipping. I actually bought it also for myself, so I might have just bought some stuff for myself, but that's okay. We're gonna talk about some more solds now. Okay, so this vintage color black Leslie Faye piece I sold for $20 plus shipping. I got this at an online auction during quarantine, and it just took me forever to list it. Knew as soon as I listed it'd sell, and I was right. I then sold this vintage Eli Cattleman piece for $20 as well, free shipping, and I knew as soon as I had listed it would sell, and I did. So again, I'm really glad that I'm doing these listing videos because it is making it so I'm getting through my death pile and actually turning the stuff I thought would make me money into actual money. And then the next piece I'm going to share with you is this vintage Corningware in the Festival Birds pattern. This is just a little pint saucepan. You guys know I love vintage Corningware, and this sold for $14.87 plus shipping. So while Corningware is not going to make you rich, despite what people like to say sometimes, you can make some money on it. So I only paid $2 for this piece, so I made like 10 plus profit on this, so it's really nice. But I am kind of tired now and hungry, so it's time for me to head to the boys' house and make lunch. So let's get on with that. Okay, so the hole does look a little bit better. It might get even better after I wash it, but it doesn't look like it's too damaged. It's just such a pretty piece. Like, look at that tag. This is like vintage 90s. So pretty. I'll wash it and then I'll get to wear it this spring. I love it. That Corningware piece was actually the last sale. Didn't realize it until I got back here. So hopefully you guys like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Bye. We're gonna talk about some more sales now. Sales.